yo, what is going on, viewers of the tube? I'm your host Tyler, and the current state of the markets have me feeling like Bitcoin has come and crashed. The altcoins can never last. Wake me up when September ends.
I can't set an alarm for more than one day ahead. Would you like a reminder instead?
Like my paid for trading class. Take my money, I get trash. Wake me up when September ends. Here comes the pain again, falling from the charts. Quenched for those gains again, thirsty who we are. As my memory rests, but never gets what I lost. Wake me up when September ends. You know the drill, it's time for Chico Crypto. Yes, even though September hasn't started, it's shaping up to become a brutal month for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The dump began 2 days ago on August 28th, after a week of hovering in the 10.5K to 10K range. And the 10K support was broken, resulting in the price getting as low as 9,465, but as of yesterday morning, crept back over 9,500. Since I shoot my videos a day ahead, I have no idea what the price has done over the past 24 hours. But if it has stayed above 9,500 and pushed to over 9,800, this is a good sign. Why? Because if we zoom out in the 3 months chart, the new support level is around $9,200 to $9,300, which the price touched once around July 17th and once more on July 28th. This level is also highly important because before this big run up to nearly 14K on June 17th, the price hovered around this support for 4 days before popping upwards. Now, this is the first time in months that Bitcoin has showed a bearish trend, thus some holders are freaking out. Is there good reason? Well, we are over 18 months post all-time high, and we are about 50% to the all-time high price. Let's now look at the 2013 peak of 1,200 and 18 months after that. Bitcoin was testing its bottom around $200 for its second time, not even close to 50% of its old all-time high. It actually took almost another year to reach that 50% again. Although back then there wasn't any institutional push and Bitcoin and cryptos were not nearly mainstream. I mean, from 2013 to late 2016, even if Bitcoin got mentioned on mainstream news, it was a huge deal. And it usually wasn't what you would want it to be in the news for, like when Ross Ulbricht was sentenced and arrested, with BTC getting a quick mention.
Counts include drug trafficking and conspiracy to commit money laundering. What you might recall is that Ulbricht was arrested in October of 2013 and charged with operating the online drug bazaar called Silk Road, made famous in large part because the only payments that were accepted on Silk Road were payments made with the virtual currency Bitcoin.
The industry has matured significantly since then, and every day Bitcoin is mentioned on the mainstream news. It's an asset that the financial analysts talk about, and it's official. Crypto is a new alternative class that is here to stay. There wasn't this certainty back then. I should know, I was a part of it. It's possible this has constricted the time it will take to reach the all-time high again, and the breakout for Bitcoin earlier is justified. There's a chart I saw on Twitter from @NebraskaGooner. They said there are many correlations that can be made between the end of the 2015 bear market and the end of the 2018 bear market. They compare each breakout of the price and use a pattern overlay, which hints that the next all-time high could be around the corner, May 27th, 2020, which is right before the next halving. Historically, this hasn't happened, as the old all-time high is usually reached after the halving in every case so far, in 2012 and 2016. Will this be the first time that historical trend is broken? Well, you all know I'm a big fan of conspiracies, prophecies, predictions, and things out of the ordinary. There is another prediction which is even more popular than Nebraska Gooners. That is the Anon prophecy from 4chan. They made this post in the bottom of the market in January and made some predictions on where the price would hit. they have been pretty spot on with the first two. Here's a chart which plots out where the price will be according to his predictions related to the date. And the next one is 16,000 by October of 2019. After that, 29,000 by February 2020. So according to Prophet Anon, the old all-time high will be reached sometime between October of this year and February of next year, even before Nebraska Gooner said. So some of you might be asking yourself, Chico, why the hell are you obsessing over when Bitcoin reaches its all-time high again? Well, have you seen my hair and beard? I'm ready to cut these things off. Shit is itchy. But my word is my word, so please, I pray to Prophet Anon to be right. Now, it's a complex web of what drives the Bitcoin price higher, but Ben Davenport of BitCo put together a nice explainer of the multiple interlocking feedback loops which drive the Bitcoin price, which includes multiple factors including the halving, press coverage, mining investments, hash power, liquidity and volume, stronger shelling points, belief, and more, all resulting in a higher price long term. One of my favorite loops starts out at higher price, which means new shitcoins launched, which means shitcoins wrecked, which equals a stronger shelling point for Bitcoin, which equals more belief in Bitcoin, and thus a higher price. Although BitMEX had their own words for Mike and put together their own spin on the chart, correcting it in their eyes. Now, the final thing I would like to talk about is something I've talked about before, bringing Bitcoin to Ethereum so you can utilize the DeFi options with your BTC. Basically, Bitcoin as an ERC20 token. As of right now, there is only one option live on the mainnet, Wrap Bitcoin or WBTC, and in a short amount of time, it has locked up over 569 Bitcoin, worth over $5 million, which is nearly as much value locked up than Bitcoin's Lightning Network, which has 8 million. This is impressive as Wrap Bitcoin isn't fully decentralized and relies on third-party trusted custodian model to hold the Bitcoin, and it requires KYC and AML. But if there was a decentralized solution, a true trustless Ethereum to Bitcoin bridge with no KYC or AML, I can guarantee you that amount would be higher, easily surpassing Bitcoin's Lightning Network. I mean, Bitcoin is an over $170 billion asset class, by the way, that doesn't have any DeFi options. Well, this is finally becoming a reality with the launch of tBTC on the testnet, which means mainnet very soon. If you're familiar with MakerDAO and how DAI is created, you might recognize some of the mechanics used to make tBTC possible. For example, it relies on price feeds, bonds, and arbitrage opportunities to keep the system running honestly. Explaining the entire system would take a whole video in itself, so I'm not going to do that. But receiving a tBTC for use on Ethereum looks seamless from a demo of the process on the testnet dropped a couple weeks ago. This is big because you are tokenizing BTC without a middleman and opening Bitcoin to the world of Ethereum developers and DeFi. It means bringing DeFi to Bitcoin, but also Bitcoin to DeFi. Imagine taking out stablecoin loans against your Bitcoin with MakerDAO, earning interest on your Bitcoin with Compound Finance, and trading Bitcoin trustlessly on the Ethereum dexes. I will be keeping my eye on tBTC and the mainnet launch because this is something the markets have been waiting for. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you in September.